Good evening, I'm Sebel Wangal-Taddies, and you're watching EDNN, Ethiopian Diaspora News Network. Here are tonight's top stories. UN reaffirms obligation to Ethiopia's way toward enduring harmony, economical divide. Addis Ababa police arrest leader official hiding at Skylight Hotel in corruption case. Somalia accuses Ethiopia of shipping arms to unstable region. Ethiopian Airlines boosts its connectivity with China, adding more flights to Guangzhou. Ethiopia reinforces military binds with China and procures CH-7 secrecy drones. Ethiopia's Catholic Church celebrates the ordination of a new bishop for the Vicariate of Soddo. Let's dive into the details of these stories. UN reaffirms commitment to Ethiopia's path toward lasting peace, sustainable divide. UN reaffirms obligation to Ethiopia's way toward enduring harmony, economical divide. The assembled countries reaffirmed their obligation to support Ethiopia's quest for complete and enduring harmony and economic turn of events. The 2020 Global Day of Harmony celebrated in Addis Ababa under the topic Developing a Culture of Harmony. The occasion united key accomplices and partners, including the Public Authority of Ethiopia, Common Society Associations, the Scholarly World, Strict Organizations, Youth and Ladies Organizations, and Harmony promoters to talk about the focal job of drawing in youth and people for accomplishing enduring harmony in Ethiopia. In his comments to the Remembrance for the UN occupant and compassionate facilitator in Ethiopia, Samuel Doe, UNDP inhabitant agent, said harmony isn't simply the shortfall of contention. A unique interaction requires exertion, responsibility, and versatility. Ethiopia, wealthy in history and variety, is on an excursion toward enduring and exhaustive harmony. This excursion isn't simply an objective, yet a continuous obligation to develop a culture of harmony, a culture that exemplifies equity, correspondence and trust, he expressed. Thus, Ethiopia has left on this way to ensure its vision of solidarity and success. Besides, he added that the UN family is supporting the endeavours in propelling the lady, security and youth, harmony and security plans in Ethiopia. He stressed that enabling ladies and youth is significant to the vision of harmony, he said. The young people of Ethiopia address the expectation and fate of this country. By coordinating their voices and commitments into harmony processes, we are guaranteeing that our endeavours are comprehensive and delegate of all sections of society. Thus, he reaffirmed UN's obligation to remaining by Ethiopia as it's continued looking for extensive and sturdy harmony and maintainable turn of events, leader overseer of harmony working at the service of harmony, Awika Adenfu underscored that harmony is a crucial rule that starts inside every person and can't be esteemed at any cost. He focused on the fact that all residents play a part to play in keeping up with harmony and solidness, and they ought to draw in a feeling of pride in the continuous harmony-building process. Adenfu added that unified country organizations are teaming up intimately with the service on different drives, including preparing programs for ladies and youth. The Harmony Day is seen all over the planet every year on the 21st of September. This year points the 25th commemoration of the Unified Countries General Gathering's reception of the statement and program of activity on a culture of harmony. Addis Ababa police arrest leader official hiding at Skylight Hotel in corruption case. The corruption suspect was apprehended while hiding in a hotel. Authorities have confirmed the arrest of Mr. Tewodros Tsegay, the head of the Land Development Office of Ladada Subsidy in Addis Ababa, who was wanted on corruption charges. He was found hiding at Skylight Hotel. Mr. Tsegay is accused of exploiting the Core development project for personal gain, negotiating outside of government procedures, and illegally transferring public land to private individuals in exchange for compensation. It is reported that the suspect had been evading arrest by spreading false information that he had left the country in an attempt to obstruct the legal process. While in office, Mr. Tsege allegedly conspired with the owner of a building known as Wild Apartment to demolish 6 residential homes and a commercial property, which were not part of the corridor development plan, in District 4. La Data subsidy. The land was then used for the expansion of the apartment building. Residents of government-owned homes were forcibly relocated without proper compensation or assistance for moving expenses. According to information from the Addis Ababa Communication Office, the city's anti-corruption task force revealed that Mr. Tsege repeatedly misled the public through various fraudulent activities. Somalia blames Ethiopia for the transportation of arms to temperamental locale. Somalia has blamed adjoining Ethiopia for providing weapons to its northeastern Puntland area, which this year singularly pronounced it would go about as an autonomous state, notwithstanding fights from the focal government. There is a past filled with blustery relations between Ethiopia and Somalia, a delicate jigsaw of bureaucratic states whose insecurity debilitates the focal government's capacity to counter a long-showing rebellion against aggressor Bunch al-Shabaab. Pressures between the Horn of Africa nations expanded on January 1st, when Addis Ababa marked an arrangement with one more northern district of Somalia, the breakaway region of Somaliland, giving landlocked Ethiopia a long sought-after-sea access. Somalia firmly censures unapproved arms shipments from Ethiopia to Somalia's Puntland district. Ethiopia's unfamiliar service didn't quickly answer a solicitation for input. Under the January bargain, Somaliland, which singularly split away from Somalia in 1991, consented to rent 20 kilometres of its coast for quite a long time to Ethiopia, which needs to set up a maritime base and a business port. Consequently, Somaliland, whose autonomy isn't embraced by Mogadishu, has said Ethiopia would turn into the main country on the planet to give it formal acknowledgement, even though Addis Ababa has not affirmed these attestations. Senior authorities in Mogadishu have said this arrangement implies great many Ethiopian warriors positioned in Somalia to battle al-Shabaab will currently need to leave. The soldiers are sent to the Somali area under a reciprocal accord and a concurrence with the African Association. On Aug. 14, Mogadishu marked a tactical settlement with Ethiopia's opponent Egypt, which has proposed to join the OFORS in Somalia in 2025. Ethiopian Airlines to add 3 weekly flights to Guangzhou. Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest and fastest-growing airline, has announced a significant expansion of its flight services to China. As of September 26, 2024, the airline has increased its weekly passenger flights to Guangzhou, one of China's major commercial hubs, from 7 to 10 flights. Tourists are pictured at the newly built domestic passenger terminal at Bole International Airport in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, May 18, 2024, Xinhua, Michael Chewald. Ethiopian Airlines, the leading African carrier, announced Friday the addition of 3 new flights from Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, to Guangzhou, the capital of South China's Guangdong province. Sept. 20 to Xinhua. Ethiopian Airlines, the leading African carrier, announced Friday the addition of 3 new flights from Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia, to Guangzhou, the capital of South China's Guangdong province. Staff members from Ethiopian Airlines and the China Embassy wished Chinese passengers a Happy New Year at Bole International Airport in Addis Ababa, capital of Ethiopia, on February 6, 2024. Xinhua, Michael Chewald. The newly added flights will commence on September 27, 2024, which will bring the air company's total number of return trip flights to Guangzhou to 10 a week, further solidifying the airline's extensive network in China, the airline said in a statement. The addition of 3 weekly services to Guangzhou is expected to play a significant role in further promoting economic and people-to-people ties between Africa and China. Currently, the airline operates regular passenger flights to 5 cities in China, namely Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Chengdu, and Hong Kong. Ethiopia reinforces military binds with China and procures CH-7 secrecy drones. Ethiopia has set its tactical organization with China through another arrangement that will fundamentally help its guard abilities. The arrangement, endorsed during the 11th Xiangshan discussion in Beijing, centers around growing military participation, including the exchange of cutting-edge weapons innovation, limit building, and joint creation of military hardware. A critical feature of the understanding is Ethiopia's securing of China's best-in-class CH-7 secrecy drones, stamping Ethiopia as an exceptional accomplice in this cutting-edge military turn of events. The CH-7 automated flying vehicle UAV is a state-of-the-art framework intended for covertness and long-range missions. With a flying wing setup that limits radar location, the CH-7 is equipped for working at heights of as much as 15 kilometers, making it ideal for high-elevation observation and battle missions. Its long-range abilities permit it to convey enormous payloads, including rockets, empowering accuracy strikes on high-esteemed targets. Notwithstanding its secrecy, includes, the CH-7 flaunts a 26-meter wingspan, giving upgraded soundness during long missions. Its high-level plan considers delayed reconnaissance, making it exceptionally viable in both data-based and unbalanced fighting. With these capacities, Ethiopia will acquire a competitive edge in current protection situations, including possible long-range missions. Ethiopians celebrate new bishop heading Vicariate of Soddo. The episcopal consecration of the new bishop of Ethiopia's Vicariate of Soddo took place on the 15th of September 2020 for following his appointment by Pope Francis in July. Bishop-elect Eugene Hidoto was consecrated in a grand ceremony at Holy Trinity Catholic Cathedral in Soddo, southern Ethiopia. The ordination of the new bishop for the Vicariate of Soddo in Ethiopia took place on the 15th of September 2024. Following his July appointment by Pope Francis. Bishop-elect Eugene Hidoto was officially ordained in a celebration at Holy Trinity Catholic Cathedral in the Vicariate of Soddo. The celebration began with a warm welcome as Bishop-elect Eugene arrived from his preparation at the Tika Weha Retreat Center, near Hawassa, Ethiopia. Attendees included the city mayor, his brother bishops, local government officials, and invited guests from across the country. That wraps up tonight's edition of EDNN. We hope you found our coverage insightful and informative. Our next program, where we dive deep into the major issues shaping the continent, with exclusive interviews and expert analysis. Before we go, we'd like to remind you to subscribe to EDNN on all platforms on YouTube. You can stay connected with the latest developments from Ethiopia, Horn of Africa. By subscribing, you'll get real-time alerts, behind-the-scenes content, and exclusive interviews that you won't want to miss. Breaking news updates and personalized news feeds tailored just for you. Your subscription and engagement help us bring you high-quality, independent journalism that matters. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow evening at the same time. From all of us here at EDNN, I'm Sebel Wongal Tatis. Good night, and have a peaceful evening.